If you're sharing documents with clients, you've probably run into this exact wall. Whether you're on SharePoint, Google Drive, or Notion, you end up downloading the file, attach it to an email or a Slack message, and now that same document exists in two places with no guarantee they're in sync. That's the double save problem, and it shows up everywhere. Law firms, consultants, accountants, anyone that has client work. Thankfully, the fix is already inside of Airtable, no matter where or how you decide to create your documents. Interfaces let you turn any Airtable base into a client-facing portal with a convenient dashboard, one-click approval flows, and compatibility for any file type you want the clients to see. Your clients access their documents directly, and your data stays in one place for easy management across your entire portfolio. Let me show you how it works. Here is the Airtable interface for document management. There are 2 documents that need review and 2 documents that are pending client approval. You can see an internal review. Now, this is a Kanban board, which I'm sure you're familiar with, and there's different statuses here. You can actually click into one of them and see all of the other attributes of this particular Airtable record. And specifically, you have the attached document. So no matter where you're getting your document from, whether it's Claude or Google Drive or SharePoint or Word, wherever, you're able to export that document and embed it right here as an attachment field. And then you can have all these other meta attributes to it. You can have AI summarize the document. It can actually read the document, which is really helpful. You can have a description and, of course, different status fields. So this is just the overview right here. If you keep scrolling down, you'll see the client review Kanban. These are all of the documents that you're waiting on your clients to approve or look at. And finally, at the bottom, you have all recent documents. So these are going to be all of the documents that you have inside of your Airtable base and their respective attributes. You can organize this however you'd like, but this is just a really simple example of what your document management dashboard could look like. Now I'm logged in as a client, and there's 2 different ways that we actually set up the client dashboard just to show you how powerful Airtable dynamic filtering is. The first one is designed for pair computers. This is a static filtered list of documents. I can click into each one of these and, of course, approve them or put it back to pending, actually open up and get into each document, download it if I want to, etc. But the point here is not so much the interface that I'm looking at, it's how the documents actually show up on this Kanban. Now, there's 2 very different methods. One is a static interface, where we actually filter for the name, in this case, pair computers. The other is dynamic, based on me as a logged in user. You can see that I'm actually logged in here as xraytutorials@gmail.com, not my tom@xray.tech email. So if I come back to my tom@xray.tech email and I want to edit these interfaces, here's where I can see the major difference between dynamic and static filtering. Going into the Kanban element here, I can click on Edit Conditions. And here we can see that the company name of the document is Pair Computers. That shows every document inside of here, right? The source being the documents table, shows everything in here as Pair Computers. If I switch over to the dynamic Kanban, this is a very different filtering method. I click on Edit Conditions, and it's if the authorized users has any of the current user. This is an extremely powerful feature of Airtable filters to allow some display of data to be dynamic to whoever is logging in. So this one interface is dynamic enough to allow for all your clients to be able to come in and view this one interface. So if I wanted to come in here and actually add, we'll say, a button, and I want this button to, I don't know, say schedule time, right? I want to go to an external URL and I want it to be a scheduling link. And we're going to say book time, give it a nice blue button here. Now, when I publish this as a dynamic interface, I'm logged in as tom@xray.tech, and I can see this is what my dynamic interface actually looks like, has the button. But if I were to do this for pair computers and maybe Pineapple computers, whoever, I would need to add that button for every statically filtered interface. That would be really annoying. As the person who built the interfaces for my clients, I'm able to just manage one interface. And all of my clients can reuse that one interface because of this dynamic filter for whoever is logging in. In this case, xraytutorials@gmail.com. And then everybody has access to that one scheduling link to, boom, go directly to, in this case, a meeting with me. Now, some of the key benefits and major value in this setup is that you can manage all of the documents in one place, regardless of where you create them from. A lot of people are experimenting with Notion or Claude in creating documents with AI. Interfaces allow you to create and manage access to these documents, whether they came from SharePoint, Google Drive, or somewhere else. And this really becomes your source of truth. You never need to ask the question, do my clients have access to that document? Well, they do if the document is in the portal. And there's no duplicates anywhere. They're not hidden inside of emails or just lost inside of other attachments. They're in a centralized place that you as a manager can triage them, version control them, and know with confidence who has access to what. And most importantly, it is a full database, so you can track changes to the database. Everyone's looking at the same thing. And you really have a robust audit log, something that you really wouldn't get inside of a Dropbox or Drive. This tells you who changed what and when, what status or different attribute was modified, and you can always roll back to an earlier version if somebody messed up. So that interface is what users see and interact with. But how do you build this? The Airtable setup is actually pretty simple, and I'll show you the basics now. But if you want to skip the build and start with a working version of everything I just showed, our team at X-Ray has put together an Airtable template for you. Just sign up for our free newsletter and you'll get instant access to this template as well as other helpful resources from all of our future tutorials. Links are in the description below. Now let's get back to Airtable. Let's actually go into the data and see how these tables are set up. We have two tables here, documents and clients. Documents, of course, are the documents that we've been looking at. And the most notable thing here is that every document is linked directly to a client. That is a linked record field. This is a special field in Airtable that allows you to associate one record in one table with another record in another table. So we're linking every document directly to one client. Now, as a result, we have a lookup field. This is looking up the authorized users inside of the client's table right here. It's saying, hey, who are the authorized users at this client? And because we are connecting the authorized users to a client and then a client to a document, that's what's able to feed the dynamic filters inside of the interface. So when xraytutorials@gmail.com actually logs in, the dynamic filters know that this user is associated with Robin the Robot, and that client has access to these particular documents. One important note is sharing these interfaces really only work on a paid plan. On paid plans, you can share interfaces only, so you restrict access to the data layer of this entire Airtable base. That's really the biggest value of interfaces. Distilling all of the data that you have to only a handful of pieces of data that you want the person to actually access. On a free plan, unfortunately, you can share interfaces, but it has to include access to the database, which means that someone will have distilled access in the interface, but they will also have access to all of the data inside of the data tab. That just means clients would actually see everyone else's documents too, and you probably don't want that. You can build and experiment on interfaces for free, but you will probably need a paid plan to share safely and restrict access. There is another tool called Softer, which does accommodate for this particular situation a little bit more gracefully if you're open to a more scalable solution and sensitive to price on this. Let me know in the comments down below if you want to see a video about building this document portal in Softer. Airtable interfaces make it easy to create shareable portals for your clients and collaborators. It's a simple setup, but this is really what workflow automation is all about. Eliminating redundant work and creating a single, reliable source of truth. And with our template, you can get started in seconds. If this video helped you out, like and subscribe to the channel for more AI and automation updates every single week. You can also find me and my company X-Ray by searching for X-Ray Automation on nearly every social media platform. For now, I've got to go, so until next time, find your focus and stay in flow.